Alright, so I fiddled around a little bit more, and this is basically going to be the after action kind of report. Last time I had the video on, I put a new valve in, and when I turned it on, when I turned the air on, it was leaking real bad down the barrel. Went in the house, had me some dinner, thought about it, and I couldn't think of any good reason why it was doing that. So what I did is I came out, put some air in it, and shot it a couple times, just dry fired it. And after the second shot, the valve seated and it hasn't leaked since. So I guess it just needed to wiggle around in there and get settled in. I was actually having, and then, okay, once that was working, it was shooting pretty good. I was about to go chrono it, and I noticed that when you go to recock the marker and let it go forward, the back block seems to have been coming too forward too fast, maybe, or the sear isn't catching right on the geometry of the hammer lug. And I've had this problem before. This was one of the problems that I had with my Oracle prototype number 1, and the solution to that, which is the same solution that I've been employing ever since, was to, I don't know if you can see in there, but I got a new stainless steel spring and put a slightly heavier spring on the trigger. So the trigger, it feels a little bit heavier when the gun's not cocked, but once you cock it, it really just has a nice snappy trigger. It barely moves at all, and it catches every time, which is the important part. So that being fixed, so the the sear catches every time. The valve doesn't leak. The hammer, the internal caulking kit is working good. The only other thing I had left to do was to chrono it. So I went out to chrono it, and with the IVG flush in the back, I was shooting at about 275, 260, 275, somewhere in there. I forget exactly, but point is all I had to do was turn it in maybe half a turn, and it's shooting right at 290, 295, 297. Occasionally I get like a 300 spike, so just under velocity. And that's about it. So it's working good. I guess it's pretty much ready to go. All they gotta do is pack it up and ship it back to the customer, and hope they enjoy it. I will say this, that this marker here has just about every mod and every product that I offer on it. So this is as custom a gun, basically, as one of my own prototype guns. So